Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. ONGA.
Talk about music, dance, fitness, health, meaningful discussions, expository trips, wonderful people, popular people, culture, and cuisine. You talk about Ongacious, that family magazine show that is brought to you by ONGA, Mama's Helping Hand.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet. ONGA. ONGA, Mama's Helping Hand.
As is usual on our fantastic and fabulous show, our gym goddess took a trip to the Ongacious gym. Please, let's have a look.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on simple exercises you can do in the comfort of your home. Today we are doing lateral and front raises. This exercise works for your arms, but basically it targets your shoulder muscles. Here's what it looks like. Then you will join us briefly. Lateral, front raises. Lateral, front raises. All right, so do join us as we do our reps and sets together. Are you ready?
It's hard. Okay, we'll try our best.
On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Up. That's 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Okay, one more. 5. All right, take a break.
Oh my goodness.
As you can see, this is not easy.
My goodness.
So here's how it goes. If you have this is 3 kg, you can do this with a lighter weight,
yes.
2 or 1 kg, or no dumbbells at all. So get something you're comfortable with and then move at your own pace. We'll do another set of 5. Can we survive? Okay,
With
we'll
or
try.
without the dumbbells?
With the dumbbell.
Oh
Come on with the dumbbells. Are we good to go? On 3, 2, 1, go. 1. Let's go. 2. Go. 3. Go. Please remember to smile, okay? Remember to smile. 4. Okay. 1 more. 5. All right. So. I know this one is tough. It's tough as it looks. So I encourage you to please don't call it quits. Don't give up before you start. Give it a try. Look for something within your comfort zone and start with. Over time, you will increase your reps and your sets. So I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.
It wasn't funny, Umi. I was just eyeing that gym instructor, Mr. Daniel.
So there's something you will do that will give you pain and it will show on screen.
You can't hide pain from that.
When we were in secondary school, there was this punishment that the seniors would say, and I would always be the chief. Ijesha, kneel down and fly your arms.
Oh. It kind of feels that way, you know, but you know, with this one, you have weights with it. Especially when people have very flabby arms, it helps to tone up the muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one exercise that is really helpful, but it's quite difficult. The key to doing these kind of workouts is to work at your pace and also start with very small weights. You know, so you can have a 1 kg weight. You can even do it without weights and it's still something. And then gradually progress to heavier weights as you go along.
I know a gentleman who fills in the small bottles of water with sand halfway.
Exactly.
And, you know.
You can make makeshift dumbbells with bottles of sand. Usually that will give you like 1 kg or 2 kg.
Okay.
And you can use that as well.
Whew. You went through a lot.
I almost ran out of the gym because of this exercise.
Okay, if you had run out of the gym, I would have been expected to replace you. Thank God you did it.
No, Umi, once in a while, you should come and free me now. Yes.
So, if you want to get rid of those bye-bye arms, try that exercise. Ongacious will be right back.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just 1 sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
If you're just tuning in, you are watching Ongacious, a family magazine show that is brought to you by ONGA. Now, let's go to our health focus for today. We're going to be talking about a very serious condition that is rapidly becoming very common in our environment, and it's called stroke. Now, stroke is one of the most debilitating diseases a person can have. And we have an expert in the house, a professor of neurology, Professor Yomi Ogun, to talk to us about stroke. Let's welcome Professor Yomi. He's on the line.
Hello, Folake. Hello, Mumi.
It's nice to have you, sir. So moving right along, what is stroke?
Well, stroke, well, in a layman's language, relates to reduction of blood flow to the brain. And if blood doesn't get to the brain, there's no source of oxygen to the brain. There's also no source of energy to the brain.
What are the risk factors for stroke?
The major risk factors for stroke, they're actually myriad. But I think the commonest predisposing factor is age, followed closely by hypertension.
So what are the different types of stroke?
3 types, more or less. One is cerebral ischemia or infarction. One is intracerebral hemorrhage, within the brain substance. The other one is subarachnoid hemorrhage within the coverings of the brain.
And the signs and symptoms are?
Well, for the signs and symptoms of stroke, I think this is very easy to remember if one remembers One, how to spell stroke itself. Spelling stroke, we talk about S-T-R-O-K-E. So the S there will say, oh, can the patient smile? If you tell the patient to smile, okay, the angle of the mouth will turn to one side, okay? The T there, can the patient talk? The patient may have problem with talking, okay? There may be some speech impairment. And then the next letter there is R. Can the patient raise the arm, okay? If the patient cannot smile without the angle of the mouth deviating to one side, and also you cannot talk, cannot raise the limbs or the arms, then you should consider that that patient may have stroke.
How can you treat stroke, sir?
Basically, you must bring the blood pressure down, okay? And then two, particularly the one in which is to the covering of the brain, you need to, of course, admit all patients with stroke. You may need to also add some agents we call calcium channel blockers, okay, may need to be added. And then, of course, you start your physiotherapy as appropriate, either passive, okay, or active physiotherapy.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Well, thank you, Folake. Thank you, Wumi. It's been a pleasure being with you. Believing strongly that we make all efforts to roll back stroke in this country and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You know, he mentioned people being of a certain age for stroke to happen, but nowadays you get stories of young people, you know, going through this. And I'm wondering what the general cause is. Does this involve lifestyle?
It does actually. In most cases of stroke, as he said, it's commoner in the older age, and that's because it's one of the major causes is high blood pressure, and majorly occurs in people that are older. Now, you have to have had, a person, not you, God forbid, has to have had high blood pressure for quite a while before they develop stroke. So that's why usually it's in older people. But if people are developing high blood pressure at an earlier age, then the chances that they will develop stroke at an earlier age is also there. And we've talked about this before on the show, about how high blood pressure is becoming increasingly common in younger people, and it has something to do with our lifestyle, the stress, the unhealthy diet, the sedentary lifestyle. And by default, that would mean that you have younger people also developing stroke.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Ongacious will be right back. But remember, health is wealth.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste, all in just one sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
Welcome back to the show. You are watching Ongacious. Now it's time for our lifestyle segment, and we're going to be talking to an expert in the house, Mr. Femi Ogunode. He's here to talk to us about a topic, schooling abroad. I know these days most people aspire to school outside of the country, and I guess he's going to be sharing some tips on the pros, the cons, what to do, what not to do. And we're very excited to hear what he has to say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
So let me just jump in. What are the necessary requirements one would need when applying for an undergraduate or a graduate course?
Thank you very much. It depends on the country, really. Two things to consider: the course you want to study, and then the country. By my assessment, the three most popular countries that we go abroad to study in are US, UK, and Canada. There are other places that people go now: Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Hungary, Cyprus. Nigerians are all over the world.
Yes.
Even Ghana, now Uganda,
Even
and Kenya.
China. We
and
have
China.
people in China too.
Exactly. But for the three countries I mentioned, if you are going to the UK for undergraduate studies, your WASC result will be enough to get you to do A-levels of 2 years or you do 1 year foundation program, which is like a pre-degree program that we do here. If you're going to America, you need to do SAT for the undergraduate exams. If it's postgraduate, you need to do GMAT or GRE. But once it's not the UK, if it's the US, you must do a test of English, either TOEFL or IELTS. But for most other places, the WAEC result is just good enough. At worst, they ask you to do a comparability certificate. You send the result to, in the UK, there's an organization called NARIC. You send the result there, they do the comparability to be sure it meets their standard, and then you move on.
And how should one begin the process of selecting a school?
For the school, by that time, you will have known the course that you're studying. Then, based on the country, look at the rankings. There are different rankings online in terms of the school and then the course. So having decided the country, you need to check the rankings of the school you are going in and the particular course. For that, what is the ranking? Because that gives a better advantage when you leave school. For instance, if you are studying accounting, why go abroad?
Why do you say so, sir?
In Nigeria, a chartered accountant gets ICANN. If you go and study accounting in the US, you become a CPA, which may not be able to use here. So these are things that are cost-specific and country-specific. One needs to be very clear. Or unless the desire is just to say, let me get a foreign degree, then you can go anywhere.
Are you trying to say that if you're not studying courses that aren't offered in the Nigerian universities, both public and private, then what's the point?
Not exactly. So some courses are foundational. I mean, if you're studying history, why go abroad? And things like that. But some other courses that are technological based, of course, you have an advantage. The person that is teaching you, how much has he been exposed to himself or herself? That's why people need to go abroad. And like somebody said, we are in the third world. In the third world, you're not going to do anything different from what has been done abroad. So the person that goes abroad just goes there to learn and comes to take us through the path that they have gone through. Just to get that advantage, that's why people go abroad.
Very quickly, when it comes to searching for scholarships, what are the do's and don'ts? Because I notice most people go online searching for scholarships, irrespective of the school that is offering the scholarship.
My advice, whether you're searching for a school, you're searching for a scholarship, why don't you look for someone that has done it before? Why reinvent the wheel? We said that there are people who are traveling agents. They sell you a ticket to go anywhere in the world, but they've not been there themselves. But there's a tour guide. A tour guide has been there. A tour guide knows the place. So he can tell you, this is what and what you need to do. So don't look for a needle in a haystack. Talk to somebody who has done it before or somebody who does it. It's a lot easier for you. Thank you.
How accessible are these scholarships?
Never here nor there. Maybe there were more before, but there are different stages. But at the end of the day, when a child is very brilliant, for instance, the SAT exam that they do to enter the US, you don't need to know anybody. If you have a perfect score, or a score by 1 and above, you get a scholarship. And these scholarships vary. Some universities offer 80, 90, 100%, depending on your score. So where it all starts really with the child is, if the child is brilliant enough, then you know that the chances are to get a scholarship. There's some other scholarships to European Union and some other countries that want people to come. But the general rule is that every country, every institution, they want the most brilliant people to come to them.
Given the option, would you study abroad or stay at home?
Well, I did engineering. When I was studying engineering in University of Lagos, I think I could study engineering in that environment. But when I wanted to do my master's program, I had to travel abroad. My master's is in logistics, and no school offers that here.
Okay.
So I had to go abroad to do that.
So for people who are studying abroad or people planning to study abroad, how do they prepare for leaving their comfort zone? Because it's a totally different environment in most foreign countries from what we have here. Is there anything in particular that they need to take note of or they should use to prepare for the journey and the experience?
Before I left, then, the organization I used, they did like a pre-departure program for us.
Okay.
Even presently, some high commissions offer the same.
Oh.
They do pre-departure programs. The greatest challenge we face is that, the school starts around August, September. That is autumn.
Yes.
Winter comes in around December. So now you are faced with very cold weather you've never had before. Suddenly there's no eba to eat. There's no amala to eat. And then the people around you. For instance, some countries allow you to take some food along. Some countries actually in the place where you can get the food to buy there. And then, for instance, I went to a school in Canada. There's a from 12 school. They hired a cook from Edo State to be making jollof for them.
Oh, that's
because they
nice.
had a lot of Nigerians. So if I was to recommend a school for anybody living in Nigeria, that would help the transition. But you need to talk to people that have been there before, and that's what those pre-departure programs are about. But Nigerians, generally, people believe, oh, I'm spending my money. I know, but those things are there for you. Even when you get to the school, there are preparations. They have psychologists that deal with the people, handle them. I was in a hostel with a lady from Greece. She was depressed. They had to take her out of the place, got her another place. So she found that she was okay with it. The place where I was we were 4 in the flat. We were 3 Nigerians. They said that before they used to keep Nigerians with other people, but they saw that there were a lot of conflicts. But they discovered that when people are together, they live better. It's like living with an Indian. You want to eat beef. He doesn't.
They don't, yes. Yeah, that's true. So there are a lot of things that you need to
There are a lot of things that
they need to know. All right. Thank you so much. It's been really, really informative.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right.
Thanks. God bless. Thank you.
When we come back, we're going straight to the kitchen. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. You are watching Ongacious, and we have moved into our cooking segment. Here with us today is Miss or Mrs. Miss Ayobami. You're welcome to Ongacious. A round of applause. Welcome. So what do you do?
I'm a fashion designer and I'm into creativity. As you can see, I made these slippers by myself.
Oh, wow. And it's the same fabric as your clothing. I love your dress. It's so beautiful.
So let's talk about why we brought you here. Cooking.
Yeah.
We now know what you do, what you did. We want to know how you got into cooking.
I can say cooking is a primary assignment for every female. So I love cooking. My mommy taught me that, so I love it.
There you go. It's a primary assignment for Lake.
Yeah.
Do you agree? I'm right up there with you. So you're not here to cook for us alone. There's a celebrity who will be assisting you in the kitchen and tasting whatever it is you cook. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming our celebrity guest of the week.
So now you won't know the baby, you know the fear face. When I be say you don't do it, I be you jump place. In a play make you stop mama, I know they take out. Cause I be back your guy, I know the fake out. With my baby, my wonder woman. My superwoman, baby. With my baby, my wonder want binu to we. What the motel for shaka? Come on. I love hello laka shaka yakata. I want binu to we. What the motel for shaka? With my baby, my Wonder Woman, my superwoman, my special woman. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Mr. Kunle Coker. You're very welcome,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
We are honored to have you here in the Ongacious
I'm honored to be here
studio.
too.
Ayobami, you did say good evening to our...
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
She looks so shy. Looks as if she wants to enter into
Exactly. It's
Don't
love.
hide, bro. If you hide, who's going to cook for us?
It's love.
How have you been, sir?
I've been fine. I give God the glory. It's been all right.
So we have something we want to show you. It's a little research that was done by our Ongacious researchers. If you'd like to take a look at that screen,
Okay.
please.
Ilesha, the home of the Ijeshas. Ilesha, the home of the legendary Adimula. Ilesha, the town where the greenery is all year round. Ilesha. Ilesha is a city located in the present state of Osun. Some of the towns surrounding it are Ibokun, Erinjesha, Ikpetujesha, Ijebujesha, Esaoke, and many others. It's a historical kingdom with a rich cultural history and heritage. She is situated on the rainforest of the northeast of Yoruba land. Nature has given Ilesha steep inselbergs, which are fertile for the growth of timber. The history of Ilesha could be traced to the progenitor, Ajibogun Orunoja Agoniyeye Ekun Adimula.
We are mostly traders and farmers. We were also warriors who fought tribal wars in those days.
It's no surprise that the Ijesha people are proud custodians of their culture and traditions. This can be noted from their unique tribal marks, types of clothing, and most especially, the language. Perhaps it is in the area of economic and business activities that the Ijesha people have garnered their fame. Famously known as Oshomalu, this can be seen in all the facets of life of the ordinary Ijesha man. The Iwude festival is the mother of all festivals in Ijesha land. It is a month-long festival that commences from the palace of Owa Obokun, the paramount king of Ilesha. The people of the town of the legendary warrior Ogedengbe Agbogunboro prides themselves enormously on their national dish, pounded yam. It is a meal that is greatly relished.
Iyan dára, ó rẹwà, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Iyán ti wa, ó dẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí tìlú mi. A tún fi ilá máa ń jẹ iyán, ṣùgbọ́n olórí ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀gúsí.
With the mouth-watering delicacy also comes a beautiful scenery enough to make any tourist ask for more. The awe-inspiring falls, known as the Erinjesha waterfalls, is a pride to the people of Ilesha. It is no doubt that the Ijesha people are independent, frugal, hard-working, and widely traveled people. Yet, they are a proud people with an uncanny quality of perseverance. Welcome to Ilesha, the home of the Ijeshas, offsprings of Obokun.
Can I call you Uncle Kunle?
Anyone.
So you're from Ilesha?
It's a beautiful place to be from, actually. Well, I'm a Nigerian because I try not to say I'm from here or there or here. I try to blend everywhere.
Your blood is linked to?
No, Egypt. If you trace the
Egypt. Wow.
Really, if you look at it, it's just that, when they tell the story of Ijesha land, they really don't link it, the linealogy of how it came to be, but it's a long story. My father, based on what he was actually doing, we needed to move around Nigeria a lot, so I was always moving from one state to another.
Yeah. And where did you stay the longest?
I stayed most in the west, then a bit more in the north, then of course in and outside the country, that kind of stuff.
There you go. What part of the north?
I was in Kaduna, I was in Zaria, a bit of Maiduguri, just
here and there.
Yeah.
So would I come in here para magana da Hausa ke? Well, like I think I'm about to tell you.
I can understand Hausa.
Ba komai mu ci gaba ko?
Ina ji Hausa.
Kadan. Earlier on, we were discussing with Folake, and she said it's so remarkable that a lot of actors, in Nollywood, are multilingual.
Yes. We discovered that so many people speak at least 2 Nigerian languages.
Well, I think
it's really impressive.
Yeah, I think based on our diversity, so that you can actually belong and blend, you need to understand at least
one other language apart from your local indigenous, and it's really nice. And we have so many languages you can learn in Nigeria.
Yeah, it's a lot so that at least something can make you say you belong.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it encourages national unity.
Precisely
my point. Because when you go to a place and you speak their tongue, they welcome you, they're happy to have you, and it's difficult for there to be, either ethnic or,
all this animosity that we have in between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that you know that Ongacious is a show for the whole country and beyond. We would like you to say hello to our viewers, both here and at home, in as many languages as you can.
Okay. Ndewo. Aku kaleo. Senukudo waraka. So, ina gesu adiktilen. I managed to.
So Miss Ayobami is here to cook for us.
Yes.
Mainly for you, and she will also require you to assist her in the kitchen. I hope you're one of those gentlemen who likes to tinker around in the kitchen.
Oh, I think two things that I always tell people are important in life. If only a lot of us understood this, we would have less of a problem. Apart from God, which we all believe in this, the next one is food. Food takes you, is like fuel on your car. And you need to know, we don't really relish food the way food needs to be relished in this part of the world. Man, food is it, because whatever it is, okay, look at this program that's going on now. Whatever it is you do for a living, if you don't eat, that job does not make sense, personally to me. Because food is the ultimate goal of every job that you do.
I'll ask you again, Kukule, can you cook? Okay. Will you eat when we finish cooking?
Definitely. That's the kind of question I like. All right. Oh, don't mind me. I like food. I cook because the truth is, if I encourage every man to know how to cook. As a matter of fact, men are the best cooks in the world. Everywhere you go, you see the best chefs in the world are there.
So they say.
No, so it is. It's not so they say. It is so it is.
Okay. We will go on a quick break while I escort Miss Ayobami and Uncle Kunle into the kitchen. Ongacious will be right back.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
Welcome back. We are in the Ongacious kitchen with Uncle Kunle Coker and Miss Ayobami. So what are you cooking for us today?
Yeah, we are cooking pounded yam with Egusi Soup. Iyan ni ede Ilesha.
Okay, right.
So what are the ingredients, please?
We have our meat here. We have fresh pepper, atarodo. Here is our onions, our tatashe.
Okay.
We have our dried fish.
Dried fish.
Iru, locust beans, and egusi, ground one. We have our pomo here as well.
There you go.
And here is our ONGA chicken flavor.
Is that what you would like to use in the soup?
With palm oil, that's one.
Okay, but that's the seasoning you want to use today.
Yes.
And then also we have the spinach.
Yeah. Green leaf, efo tete in Ilesha.
Okay, there we go. So what's the first thing to do? We're here to assist you.
Firstly, we provide this meat.
Okay.
We rinse it.
There we go. So while you're washing that, what can we do for you over here?
Can I help?
You can chop the onions up.
Okay.
Are you good with knives?
I'm very good with
Okay,
knives.
good.
Sure. Do I cut the whole or just half?
Half is okay.
Okay.
So Ayobami, apart from cutting the onions, what else do you want to have done?
I'm going to blend the peppers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to clean that up and put that together?
Yes.
All right. So Ayobami, what are the nutritional benefits of the ingredients that we have here? Do you know?
Let me see if I can, because I think I have a knowledge of it.
Go, it's part of your job as the assistant. Go ahead.
Well, actually, as we all know, pepper is good for our skin, and it has its own minerals in it.
Okay.
I don't know all the names they give, but I do know that it has a lot of wonderful minerals. Onions especially is good for the immune system also.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps really with that. And fish, of course, it has cod. That's this oil they call liver oil.
Okay.
Yeah, this particular one. And they say it's good also for the digestive system.
Interesting.
Yeah, very, very good.
All right.
Free bowel. And the egusi, that's another one that really eases your digestion. Very, 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 very nutritious. Now, I don't know, but the pomo, I'm not sure that it has any particular nutritional value.
On the contrary, I was once told that pomo actually has some nutritional benefits.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Because I see people who try to lose weight seem to be the favorite protein, as they call it.
It's not only good for making shoes, sir.
I will also, but I like it too, really.
There we go.
It's very delicious.
Okay, so what else do you want us to do for you?
I want to blend the pepper.
Okay, we will put that together as soon as we put the beef on fire.
And I heard that it's advisable when you're boiling meat, you shouldn't put too much water sometimes. I don't know, they say, so that how do you say it? The flavor of the meat can just come on its own.
Really?
Yeah, to boil the water.
That's interesting. I, for one, like to use the meat stock when I cook, so I always put a lot of water.
Yes. Well, it all depends on what you're cooking.
Yes, indeed. That's very true. Folake, I wanted to ask, because I have forgotten, what is the nutritional benefit of pomo?
Pomo doesn't have too much nutritional value, but it does have some purines, which is a kind of type of protein, but not very nutritious per se. And it has minimal amount of calories, so most people, they pass it out. But if you take too much of the purines, it can have a negative effect. So when using pomo, it should be used sparingly in food.
Well, actually, to add to what she said, from what my little research, because I like pomo a lot, so I was told that try as much as possible to avoid the one that they actually roast over fire with tire. Our women these days, because of lack of some of these things, they use tire to burn and roast the pomo itself, the hide. But that's very injurious. So if you're buying pomo in the market, they have the white ones. So watch out when you're buying pomo in the market. You see the black ones, you can smell it sometimes. Yeah. So it's advisable to buy the ones that are just soaked and used
hot water to skin.
Yes.
And get the air off that.
Okay. What about the melon seed, Falake?
Melon seeds have a lot of protein, they have a lot of oils, both the saturated and non-saturated oils, the different types of oils, and it's rich in vitamin E. So melons are actually quite nutritious, but if one is trying to watch their weight, they shouldn't eat too much of melon seed because it has quite a bit of fat in it.
Interesting.
Are you using dry fish in the...
Yes, it's part of our ingredient.
Oh, awesome.
But the dry fish, does it matter what type of fish? Because this looks like catfish.
Catfish.
Yes.
So I think this particular one, I'm told, has a lot of cod. Okay, I did mention it earlier.
The cod liver oil.
Oh, that's one of the most nutritious oils that you can use. I remember growing up, my mother used to give us cod liver oil, I think on Sundays. She said it was good for the eyes.
Let me have some.
It helps, you know, it's very rich in vitamin A and E, so it's good for the eyes and the skin as well.
So while we clear up the little mess we've made here, we'll go on a little break. Ongacious will be right back.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
Welcome back. We're still cooking pounded yam and egusi soup in the Ongacious kitchen. And as you can see, Uncle Kunle is peeling our ONGA chicken cubes that will go into our soup. During the break, our beef cooked fully and we will be using the stock.
Yes.
Ayobami, we'll be using the stock in the soup, okay?
Yes.
Are you done? Yes, go ahead. You can break that in. Don't forget to stir, sir.
I want to put as much as possible.
Okay.
Not
so
doing it though.
No, sir. So when you wash this, is it going into the soup immediately?
Not really.
Okay, what goes in after?
We will firstly pour that pepper inside the stock.
Yes. Okay, you need the stock from the meat to go into the pot.
Yes.
Then what else?
Pour the seasoning.
Okay, the seasoning is going in now.
Palm oil.
Palm oil is already in. Yes.
Okay, you just close it for a while, for like 10 minutes.
So we let it simmer for 10 minutes. Okay. Yes, you can, sir. I'm suspecting you don't know your way around the kitchen, sir.
No, you know, this is a familiar terrain, but it's just that it's strange to me.
But the Ongacious kitchen is very, very accessible.
Yes, I can see
It's
that.
user-friendly.
Yes. I think I'm beginning to like what you said about this.
We need to wash these locust beans because of stones.
Okay. So we're going to wash the locust beans to take out the stones.
Yes.
And then what happens next?
You pour it inside the stock.
Okay, so that goes into the soup stock.
Yes.
And then what else?
Nothing for now.
Then we let it cook for a little bit.
Yes.
All right, then let me put this here. So the locust bean is going into our soup stock. So while she's pouring that, I wanted to ask Uncle Kunle, what kind of music do you like to listen to?
High life music would not be bad for now.
High life music.
Yeah, like, I don't know, oh, lovely, oh, dating me. Oh, you know, we're trying to serenade a girl here now, my mom, my fine girl, you know. We're cooking this food. So it's going to be, where we're going to be hearing some really nice, lovey-dovey music.
Spice band, Uncle Kunle wants to dance while he cooks.
Oh, dating.
I'm adding.
You're adding more? Okay.
Okay. All those kind of things.
Just a minute. We'll be adding our new stuff.
Giri ló ṣe mí, the butterflies in my belly. Koríko sí kọjá gan, ẹ má bá wí o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìfẹ́ láyé ṣe bí àdánwò ni. Ọmọ tí mo ń bẹ lára rẹ̀, bíbí borúkọ mi, ó bá ẹlẹ́wà mu. Mo fẹ́ bá ẹ darúgbó, mo fẹ́ bá ẹ dalẹ̀. Ìwọ ni mo fẹ́ máa jírí, lójoojúmọ́ àtẹ̀mí. Olómi, òní tẹ̀mí. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, olólùfẹ́. Ojú kan aṣọ́lá dáńfọ̀rí ẹ̀. Lọ́lọ́dúnwá, kò sóhun tó yà wá. Olómi, onítẹ̀mí. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, olólùfẹ́. Ojú kan ládàjọ́rí ẹ̀. Lọ́lọ́dúnwá, kò sóhun tó yà. Ó yá, kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá o. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun. Easy. Ọmọ wa o, bòkú rémi, abòkú rémi. Ìjẹ̀ṣà o, bòkú rémi o. Ọmọ wa o, bòkú rémi, abòkú rémi. Ilesha o, bòkú rémi o. Ìjẹ̀ṣà o, àwòye. Ìjẹ̀ṣà rẹ̀ onílẹ̀ òdì. Ìjẹ̀ṣà o ṣeré onílẹ̀ òbí. Ọmọ ilé ìwúlẹ̀ àdìmúlà. Ọmọ wa o, bòkú rémi. Ìjẹ̀ṣà rẹ̀ àrògùnyọ̀. Ìjẹ̀ṣà rẹ̀ o, àrògùnyọ̀. Èsì ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ bọ ọmọ bòkun ríà. Ilesha rẹ̀ àrògùnyọ̀. Ìjẹ̀ṣà rẹ̀ o, àrògùnyọ̀. Èsì ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ bọ ọmọ bòkun ríà. Ó ti yá, kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun. Èkùrọ́ lálábàkú ẹ̀ wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó yà wá. Kò sóhun tó yà wá láyé. Kò sóhun tó láyé.
Another round of applause for the Spice Band, please. Uncle Kunle, what did you think about our magic-making Spice Band?
Oh, they're lovely, though. They know how to get it going, honestly. I thought I was not going to be concentrated, but man, the dance thing, you know, it's the rhythm that goes with the cooking, you know what I'm saying? Yes. It's good to make the food come out and look good. Oh, that smell. Oh.
So while we were enjoying the music from the Spice Band and watching Uncle Kunle dance a little bit, a couple of things went into our pot of soup. Ayobami, would you like to tell us what we put in?
Yes. We have added fish to it, our dry fish.
Okay.
So
when does the beef go into the soup?
It remains small.
Okay. Falake, what's happening in your end?
Okay, so anyone have a question? All right.
Uncle Kunle, your audience want to speak with you.
I want to ask Uncle Kunle a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Ijesha waterfall, there's an historical something about it.
Yeah.
When you are at below the hill, you see the water coming up.
Yeah.
But when you go up, you can't find the water again. So the something is complicated, like.
So it's a mystery.
So it's a serious.
So it's a mystery.
It's a very big mystery. I don't know, sir. Maybe you can give us a little bit historical something about it.
Well, you know, they say water finds its level, okay? You will not actually see it coming from any river because it's seeping out underneath the ground. That's why actually it's called a spring water. okay? But unfortunately, it doesn't have, you know, a route to travel because it has a dip. So it has to fall like a waterfall. But it's actually coming out from the ground before it now falls down back to the ground again. It's the height, you know, look at the height difference. If you notice what they showed you now, you see the water falling down, it's called waterfall. But the water's actually seeping out from under the ground. That's why it's water you can actually take and drink right away because it's already been filtered.
Learn something today. Thank you. Anybody else have a question? Okay, let me come right to you.
I want to ask a question concerning this delicacy that's been prepared. I want to know, is it a ceremonial food or is it everyday food that everybody could do at home and eat?
It's not a ceremonial food. It's a food that you can cook at your own convenient time. You can cook it every day, anytime. So, it's a very
Okay, so while you were asking questions, Folake, we put in the ONGA classic, and she mixed in the egusi and then rolling it into the bowl with the spoon is going to keep the egusi, you know, in a ball. It will keep its integrity the way it's put in and it won't scatter.
Nice.
So how long are we going to cook this for?
Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, so the egusi balls in the soup are going to cook for about 15 minutes. All our protein were parboiled first, with the exception of the meat, which we just boiled now and has been cooking also. We need to go on break. Ongacious will be right back.
Introducing the new ONGA ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
ONGA, Mama's helping hand.
Welcome back. We're at the dining table right now and we're about to dig into the delicious meal that Ayobami has made for us of pounded yam and egusi soup. So let's eat.
That's the part that I've been waiting for.
Yes. We've all washed our hands and we're doing the local way.
Wow. Uncle Kunle, before you finish all the fish in the soup, what do you think about the food?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. It is really ungacious. If you guys aren't finished, it shall come.
We should pass it over. I will. So Ayobami, it is really good.
Thank you, Ma.
And is this what you cook almost every day, like you said to the member of the audience who asked?
Yes.
Every day? You pound yam every day?
Occasionally.
Occasionally?
Yes.
Now I believe you.
But I heard in Ilesha, they actually pound yam every single day.
Yeah, sometimes they 3 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, for people.
Well, we'll think about it in a minute while we swallow.
Hey, the dinner is almost finishing off.
You can have some of mine, sir, but we'll arm wrestle for it. Okay. That's it on Ongacious this week. Thank you so much to our audience for being patient with us. A round of applause with yourself. As always, keep the applause coming for our lovely Spice Band. Keep it coming for our beautiful Ayobami and her wonderful culinary skills. And let's have the loudest, most rousing applause as a thank you to Uncle Kunle Coker. We're not done. I'm enjoying my soup so much. I need an applause for ONGA. Is Ongacious fast becoming one of your favorite shows? If yes, then you know what to do. You join us next week, same time, same channel.
You can also follow us on our social media platforms. On Instagram, ONGA_Nigeria, and on Facebook and Twitter, ONGA Nigeria. Follow the hashtag Ongacious. You can make your own version of Egusi Soup and pounded yam, post it online and tag us, and you may win some prizes.
Odaro.
Odaro.